Hey everyone! Welcome to today's video. So a couple days ago I just uploaded my July plan with me, which I will link here if you have not seen it. Go ahead and check it out. I had a couple of comments and questions in some of my previous videos regarding how I actually implement planning into my bullet journal, since I don't really show that part as far as when I'm setting up my monthly plan with me's. So I wanted to go ahead and just quickly make this separate video for you, just going a little bit more in depth on my process and how I integrate more of the planning side of things into my bullet journal. So I hope that you enjoy the video, and let's go ahead and jump right in. And sorry if you hear a bunch of pounding. There's some construction going on just across the street from my house, so unfortunately I can't really edit that out. But with that being said, I'm just going to open up my bullet journal. If you're not familiar with any of my videos, I'm using a B5 sized Archer and Olive dotted journal. So I'll go ahead and flip over to July. So as you'll see, this is pretty much how I left my July plan with me. I don't have any of my boxes filled out or my monthly challenge box. And then I'll also flip over to my first July weekly spread to fill that in and kind of prepare for that week as well. So basically the first thing that I like to do on this monthly page, typically after I've set it all up, would be to flip back to the front of my bullet journal, back to my yearly overview page. And this page just has all of the information that I'm going to reference for each month, basically just birthdays, events, appointments, holidays, and whatnot. And then on the side here, then I also have a list of my bills, which I've covered up just for privacy reasons. So this part is basically just me referencing the yearly spread and copying everything onto the monthly spread for that month. So I'll just be doing a lot of flipping back and forth between these two spreads. Alright, so now that I have all of the birthdays, which I've indicated with these green dots, then I'll move right along to the holidays, which are a tan open circle. So that would be Independence Day. And I'm not sure how well you can see, but typically on holidays, then I'll go ahead and write the holiday, and depending on what day it falls on, then I'll go ahead and just write on the bottom here with an open circle symbol. The open circle symbol for me in my bullet journal just represents my work schedule. Now that I'm done with the holiday, then I will move on to the paydays, which is indicated by a tan brushstroke. And because that's also work related, then I'll go ahead and just use the open circle symbol again. Now that that's all done, the rest of them are either appointments or indications of my husband going to classes or conference for his work. So I'll go ahead and add those to the calendar as well. Alright, so that was everything that I had listed on the yearly spread. I'm also just going to write down some bills and indicate what days I will be in the office for work. So for bills, then I like to use an open box, kind of indicating like a checkbox. Alright, so I've gone ahead and added my personal bills. I don't typically add the joint bills, like our mortgage and utilities and whatnot, although I am considering adding those back on here just so that I can see all of the bills together in one month and better plan for that. But anyway, this is typically what I usually do every month, and then I'll also go in and just add the days that I will be in the office as well. Alright, so I went ahead and added in the days where I will be in the office for work, and I think that's pretty much it for July. Typically, if I had any plans to travel or visit family and stuff, then I would go ahead and write that down as well. But so far for the month of July, I don't really have anything planned for the weekends, so I'm just going to leave those blank for now. If that does change, however, then I'll go ahead and just add it in at a later time. So this is all that I'm going to write for my July monthly spread. The only other thing I'm going to do on this page is just write out my monthly challenge. So for the month of July, I decided that I'm going to have my monthly challenge be no spending. I want to eventually be able to pay off my credit card bill that I've accrued over the past couple of months, so I want to make more of an effort to not spend in July. So that's basically it for this page, and we'll go ahead and just flip over to the first weekly spread here. So continuing on with that funneling system from the yearly spread to monthly spread, now for the weekly spread, I'm just going to flip back and forth from the monthly spread to the weekly spread and just rewrite the same things for that week. So for Monday the 1st, then I will be in the office. So this bottom left box here, then I use that as my work schedule or my work box. So that just includes what hours I'm working that day, if I'll be in the office, and any meetings that I have that day as well. So I'll go ahead and just write my hours and also indicate that I will be in the office that day. And because this is just specifically for my work, since it'll be the 1st of the month, then I like to also add a reminder that it will be time for invoicing. And then the same thing for Tuesday. I'm just going to copy all 3 things. Alright, and then for the rest of the week, I will be working from home, so I am just going to indicate my hours. Oh, alright, so first mistake, I forgot that Thursday will be Independence Day, so I started writing out my work schedule, but I will not be working that day. So I'm just taking a correction tape runner and I'm just going to cover that up. And then instead of my hours, then I'm just going to write holiday. And then for Friday, then I will be working my usual time. Alright, with that out of the way, I'll just flip back to my monthly spread and just see what else I need to add. So it looks like the 2nd will be Kiwi's birthday, and then the 5th will also be payday. So for birthdays, then I like to jot it down in this larger box with a star. And then for Friday the 5th, in my work box, then I'll also indicate that it will be payday. And then for Thursday the 4th, then I will also indicate that it will be Independence Day. Alright, so I've copied everything from the monthly spread onto this page. There are a couple of weekly things that I know will need to happen, so I'll go ahead and just add those, such as my weekly talk with my sister. And typically my husband and I will have a date night. Usually it will be on Fridays, but we usually like to confirm on that towards the beginning of the week just to make sure that that works for both of us. So until we do that, then I'm just going to leave that blank and I'll come back to it and fill that in. Alright, so I will definitely do more than what I've written down, but I typically like to try and just plan day by day and try not to get too ahead of myself into the week. I think personally there's a lot of pressure that comes with planning out your entire week, and depending on how I'm feeling during that week, then sometimes I might not get to all of it or any of it, so I would kind of rather just take it day by day and plan for tomorrow, for example, and just write down what I think I will have time to do. So I think I'm just going to leave it here. It looks pretty blank right now, but as the week goes on, then I will go ahead and just fill it out more with the things that I do every day, with some tasks and chores, if I do any traveling or visiting family and whatnot. So yeah, that's basically how I initially set up my monthly calendar as well as my weekly spread. I know it's very sparse to begin with, but I just kind of wanted to share this for those of you who were leaving questions and comments about it in previous videos. So I hope that you found this helpful nonetheless, and let me know if you still have any questions or comments. I would love to get back to you and just try and answer any of those questions. So yeah, I hope that you enjoyed the video and found it somewhat helpful, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.